What's up, you guys? Today we're gonna go and automate your group so that you get a clear path to purchase for your people, for your community, and they become buyers upon entrance. So with that said, enjoy the trailer, and we're gonna go live right after that. We will get started right after that, okay? So go ahead and enjoy the trailer. Here's the trailer.
I learned a ton from this event.
Group Convert, we're passionate about really helping coaches and entrepreneurs really get to the next level.
Her team is absolutely amazing. Like, she has gathered the best of the best of the best.
Who wants more money?
Yeah. And if you think you're not ready, they get you there. Like, I can see it.
To me, it's about hanging around with legendary entrepreneurs. If we want to live life like legendary, then we have to hang around with people are legendary.
The reason why people need us is because we save them time and money.
The biggest transformation I experienced here was to just keep dreaming bigger.
Overall experience, being able to connect with other entrepreneurs has been fantastic. Met a lot of really, really cool people, a lot of interesting ideas, and it's always great to be around other like-minded people that are really making a difference and are passionate about what they do.
So I came to Group Convert Live because I love networking, and this is like the most fun and engaging way to meet really cool people doing cool shit.
Kim is super genuine and super intelligent and super smart, so I know that Kim is real deal.
This is really the first time that I've got absolutely every single thing that I needed from me to grow my business, like my sticky points, completely answered.
Everything that I learned here today really opened my eyes to some new way of doing things, some new ways around automation, new ways around using software in our funnel. They're really on the cutting edge of what they're doing here with marketing.
She just seems very genuine. She comes across as very sincere. I enjoyed being around her. She has a heart of gold.
Really having people just get epiphany moments of, I never even thought about doing it this way. I never even thought about my business this way. And I think that that is some of the juiciest elements and juiciest stuff that I like to see at these events.
Huge thing for me is just talking to all the different people who they come at problems from a different perspective or face similar things. And for me, that was huge.
All right. Welcome back to day 2. If you made it so far and you watched replay of day 1, give yourself a pat on the back. And couple of house rules. So all the replays are located in the guide section above. So you just look it up on your mobile device or on your PC. And in the guide section, we've organized each day replays for you. The replays will be up until Sunday, and they will be all taken down. So try to get the replays in while we have it still up. With that said, some of you guys attended the VIP session yesterday. So in the morning, we're learning, and in the evening, we're implementing together. So if you want to be part of the implementation session today, hashtag VIP below. You get to go into a private Zoom room. It's you, it's me, and then we go and implement together. Today, just by showing up to the VIP Zoom session, you will be able to get my plug and play AI group bot to enable sales upon entry. So as your members are coming into your group, they will be able to have a conversation with an AI bot, and it's completely plug and play. So you don't have to lift your finger. You don't have to try to build a bot out by your hand. Who would love to be able to grab that? Hashtag VIP below, and we'll send you the special Zoom room invitation. Just by showing up, you get it plug and play. Couple other house rules. You guys are in the group launch games. Welcome. We have a leaderboard. All the homework you to get points is inside of our school. So if you're not part of our school group yet, it's completely free. Hashtag school below, and my team and I will send you the link. All the links You can find all the links really easily by just clicking on any of the replays, the description of the replays, and expand it. You'll see every single day all the links to the homework, all the links to school, all the links ever. So you're never going to be lost. You're never going to ask, okay, where is this located? Where is that? But if you're ever lost, if you're like, hey, I need help, just hashtag help, and a team member one-on-one will go and send you a direct message. So check your DMs. All right. With that said, I'm going to dive right on into it today. Let me know where you're tuning in from and what city or state and what is the size of your group. I'm super excited to get us started. Let's go. All right. So with that said, type 1 in the chat if you can hear me really well, and type 2 if you can see my slides, and type 12 if you can hear me and see my slides right now. All right. So day 2, we're going to go. Who here has pieces of pencil, paper, pieces of pencil, pieces of paper and your pencil and your pen all ready to go? Type 1 in the chat if you're ready. You're going all in, playing full out today, because today you're going to learn the most leveraged way to autopilot lead collection with your group. We're going to get into Automation Nation. And what is this training? If you're just joining us right now, don't worry. Each and every day, standalone is a full-on training you can go and take to the bank. You can start taking action today, right after this training, as I show you. So every single day, standalone is its own jam-packed, powerful training. So stick around for today. Today is automating your group. I teach you everything you know how to automate your group and launch a high-ticket offer within your group in order to add that extra 5 to 6 figures per month. Now, by show of hands, what does that extra 5 to 6 figures look like for you? Is it your next 10K month? Is it your 100K month? Is it your 50K month? Is it your 200K month? Drop that number inside of the comments, because movement equals what? Movement equals magic. We want to have as much movement as possible. I don't want you hunched over your phone, watching my training with your neck, that little neck bump that you get if you're like hunched over all the time on your computer. So just a quick reminder, drop a hashtag VIP in the comments to be invited to our special Zoom room. You get our plug and play AI group bot to enable sales upon entry just by showing up. This is what the bot looks like. It's really, really easy, really, really quick to implement, and I'll show you how to do that. All right. With that said, this training, the entire 5 days, is the foundation of a strategy that has enabled entrepreneurs to explode their influence, and Facebook group owners and school group owners to consistently add an extra 5 to 6 figures per month without a large group. So if you're telling me, hey, Kim, I'm just starting out, I don't have a large group, let me know right now. Are you type 1 in the chat if you're a beginner, type 2 if you're intermediate, and type 3 if you're advanced, and you don't want to leave your pot of gold untapped. I do have an implementation and accountability program that we'll talk more about on day 4. And if you're wondering, Kim, is this training recession-proof? Will it work in a more fragile economy? Yes, this model worked even in the middle of the pandemic. So with that said, welcome back to day 2. Are you all settled down? Are you all like on your seat? This is what I will always say. The seat that you're sitting in is the seat of your multi-million-dollar empire. So what seat are you sitting in right now? Are you sitting in a wooden chair? Are you sitting on your couch? Are you in bed? Are you still in your pajamas? I see you. If you remember from yesterday, we talked about the gold formula and why groups are the #1 best way to grow your online income. So today I'm going to go and talk about the automating the group. Okay. And with that said, this training is not about me. It's about you. That's why I have one slide about me. If you're just jumping in, you're like, who are you, Kim? Why should I listen to you? I'm the daughter of poor immigrant parents that hung out with the wrong crowd, drove them a little bit crazy. The first company I launched was a dismantling company. It's a legal chop shop for some of you guys because I was good at breaking shit emoji. Decided I was too smart for hard labor and started building my online business. I Googled how to make money online. I've since made over $4 million in online sales and won several awards for my effort. I'm the founder of GroupConvert and the creator of the gold rule of the group sales method. And I work my butt off to have this. Let me know, what is you working your butt off for? Is it time freedom? Is it financial freedom? Is it to have a life of adventure? Is it so that you can retire your parents? Is it so you can take care of your family? What is your why? What is the move? What is the thing that's causing you to have the movement that leads to the magic, right? So time freedom, location freedom. If it's all three, give me a 3 in the chat. Financial freedom. You don't need to spend the next 10 years. I'll teach you exactly what worked for me. Honest, no fluff. Okay. We're going to get into why now. And then we're going to get straight into the tactics, the self-led profile funnel to the group Hyperloop method, and why, yes, you can do this too. And remember, let's take a moment here and let's zoom out. Are you guys okay with me zooming out? Let's zoom out a little bit. Remember, there are more customers that exist than you could ever hope to serve in this lifetime, because as of 2017, there's over 2 billion active monthly users on Facebook. What year is this right now? What year is this year? What year is this year? Give me a comment in the chat. It's 2024. So there might be a little bit over 2 billion, right? And if you tell me, you're like, Kim, my people are not on Facebook, I'm going to say, well, 2 billion of them, 2 billion people are not your people. I guess it's saturated. It's all saturated, right? So if you're thinking, oh, what platform should I go on? What should it look like? 2 billion active monthly users on Facebook. I want you to take a moment and imagine being able to wake up to a group that lights you up to serve. You have a community that's so excited to hear from you. Imagine being able to clearly see your customer's journey. They're coming into your group. They know exactly what to do next. They're self-led. Imagine consistent clients, consistent customers, all from automating your group. I want you to see if you can see it. Do you see that? And have you ever felt like this? Kim, someone already has a group teaching what I teach, right? Or will my group even matter if I pour all this time and effort? What if I spend all this time putting content into my group and no one cares? If you guys relate to that, give me an R in the chat. If you're like, yeah, that rings true for me. I'm literally going to show you exactly what you need to do. So stop worrying about friend zoning your groups or filling your group with passive observers. I call them the cheerleaders. Give me a C in the chat. If you're like, yeah, Kim, I have some cheerleaders in my group. Who are cheerleaders? Cheerleaders are people who will show up to everything that you have, enthusiastically engage in everything that you do, and buy absolutely nothing. If you have a few cheerleaders in your midst, go ahead and put a C in the chat. By the way, this training is completely free for you. All I ask is that you engage with me, because movement equals what? Movement equals magic, right? I don't want you to sit there passively, on your desk, just looking at me. I want you to push those buttons, because we want to continue moving. We want to make sure that we're moving throughout this entire experience. With that said, imagine having to put in your time. You're thinking, oh man, I'm going to put into all this time crafting content only to a group that needs to be resuscitated. How many of you guys are in a dead group or have experienced a dead group and you're wondering, are Facebook groups dead? Give me a D in the chat and give me a double D if it's double dead. You're like, I tried so many things. It's just not giving me the love. And you're thinking you have group members who reflect your energy being half there, because, in the morning, you're just dragging yourself out of bed going, I have to shoot some more content for my group. And for those of you who feel stuck, paralyzed, you're unable to take the next step, and you're wondering whether to open or close the group down, right? Do you remember that relationship? You're like, should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay? Should I go? You have that relationship with your group. And you have an idea of what you should do, but you see the number of things to do as insurmountable. Let me know if you have the Pringle problem. Give me a P in the chat. What's the Pringle problem, right? The Pringle problem is once you pop, you can't stop. So you're like, man, once I start posting in this group, once I start doing stuff, I cannot stop. And everything I have to do seems like this endless list of things to do for my group. Or you feel frustrated because even when you start putting in the time with engagement, you feel like you can't keep it going. Pringle problem. Let me know. Drop a P in the chat if you or someone you know has a Pringle problem with their group. I'm going to say it's not your fault. With this training, no soldier will be left behind. That's why every single team member, every single trainee, challenge goers, you guys have a one-on-one concierge. If you're not connected with your one-on-one concierge, group concierge, hashtag con below, hashtag concierge below, and we will connect you with your one-on-one concierge. By the way, we still have a few slots for our pre-event game plan call, so you know exactly where inside of these 5 days would be the best use of your time and strategically what you should take away from this training. Because I know you guys are busy. Are you guys busy? You have a busy life? Yes? That's why we pair you up with a one-on-one personalized concierge to be able to direct you to the right place, all right? With this training, I mean it when I say this, no soldier will be left behind. Get excited about being here today because going at this alone can be quite difficult. How many of you guys are like, hey, I'm going to start a paid community, and your mom's like, what are you doing over there? What's going on? Right? You're like, hey, I'm going to go and monetize a group. And then someone's like, what are you doing? So in this environment, you are among peers. You are among people who understand where you're going, have went where you are, and have the same idea, the same goals as you. We're all here in the safe space, right? And it blows when you spend a lot of time building something amazing and let's say no one buys it. Or worse, they start canceling on your tiny membership offers. All I ask is you forget everything the gurus may have told you in the past and be open to implementing what we share with you today and this week. So by the end of today, you'll be able to know how to automate your customer journey, even if you don't have a high ticket offer yet. If you have a high ticket offer, give me a 1 in the chat. If you don't have a high ticket offer yet, give me a 2. If you're like, Kim, I'm crafting it right now. I'm crafting it as we speak. Or you already have a high ticket offer and you're like, hey, I want more people to come into my mastermind. I want to be able to monetize this group that's relatively dead to see if I can have that group working for me again, right? You find confidence in what path to take your members down. We're going to help you move the free line so you can charge whatever you want for your high ticket program. And forget about building a large group over a long period of time, waiting forever before you even start, because we're going to show you how to do it in these 5 days. So just like Kim Seltzer, her group, she filled up her group to 400 members in 3 days, did a launch, got 12 ladies into her 6K offer, teaching them how to date online. Forget about needing a large email list, influencer followers. With Adam Gillett, he teaches men's empowerment. How many of you guys are coach? Give me a C in the chat if you're a coach. And like Adam, he's like, hey, I really want to help men. His group was only 150 members in his group. He did $50,000 in his first month, $75,000 in 2 months. So you don't need this huge group. If you have a huge group and you're sitting on a pot of gold right now, give me a P in the chat. Let's be loud and proud of your pot of gold. But if you have a smaller group, 200, 300 people, that is enough for this to work. So with that said, you know, some of you guys might want to monetize your community to be able to know that, hey, I can keep the lights on. I can pay for the mortgage. I can pay for things. If that's you, that's Carlene. Carlene went to us for that. So forget about being an experienced marketer to have your group members know, like, and trust you. Sharon and Antonio, they were brand new to organic marketing. They still did 23K on a group of just 300 people. Oliver Bohr has a real estate agency. He told me he already knows a bunch of things about marketing, landing pages, email campaigns, all of that. And he's like, is this going to help me given that I know all of this? And I said, yeah. He did 17K in 5 days on the front end, 30K in the back end. Today, I'm going to give you a step-by-step process for automating your customer's journey so you don't have to worry about all the stuff we just talked about. So are you guys ready? Who's ready to dive deep into the exact process successful group converters use to automate their customer's journey? Remember, why now? There's over 2 billion with a B, active users on Facebook monthly right now. All right, I told you guys we're going to dive into the tactics. So write this down. Group Hyperloop. What's your group Hyperloop? Write down HYPERLOOP, Group Hyperloop. Hyperloop is taking your people from point A to point B with the least amount of resistance. I call it my group Hyperloop method. What's a Hyperloop? It's a pod. It allows things to travel from here to there free of air resistance or friction. And that's what we want your people to experience. So right now, does your Hyperloop look like the one on, if you're looking at the screen, the one on the left? all together or the one on the right? Give me an L for left, R for right. R means Kim. Yeah, the customer going from A to B, it's a mess. Or you're like, Kim, it's super streamlined. I got it down pat. What does it look like? Left or right? So the self-led profile funnel to the group Hyperloop method, you're going to learn about assets, and then you're going to learn the value post pipeline. If you don't remember anything else from today and all you take away is the value post pipeline, you can implement that today and start getting members who are coming into a group to become buyers. All right. With that said, write this down, VPP. If I say something more than once, I say it twice. That is very, very important. Write it down. All right. Value post pipeline. With that said, if you're on the computer or you're on your mobile device, take a screenshot of this, but I'm going to go into it. By show of hands, who here has a group profile funnel or know what it is? Type 1 in the chat and type 0 if you have absolutely no idea. This is the very first time. This is your very first time learning about what a group profile funnel is. And for those of you who attended our VIP session yesterday, I gave you a little bit of a sneak peek on today's presentation, a few slides here. All right. So with that said, 1 for, I know what that is, Kim. 0 is like, man, this is a new concept. So a group profile funnel is your way of getting a potential buyer into your group so you can make them an offer and explode your income. This is our group profile funnel. Profile to group to offer to selling. Okay. Let's take a closer look. This is a personal Facebook profile over here. There's the banner. There's a clear intro. And by the way, I'm going to ask you a more serious question here. Some of you guys are like, Kim, I can't fill up my group. What's going on? How come so little people fill up? And I'm like, okay, do you have one link? Let me know what it is that you're missing right now. Okay, what is your gap? What are you missing? Don't tell me what you have. Tell me what are you missing? Does your profile have a banner? Is there only one link? Or do you have 10 million links and you're wondering why? You're like, Kim, there's the link to my Instagram. There's the link to my Facebook, of course. There's a link to my YouTube channel. There's a link to my OnlyFans. So do you have like a billion links over there in that area, or you're missing one link? If you're missing one link, give me an O in the chat. If you're missing a cover picture with the one link, give me a C in the chat. If you're missing feature images with arrow, give me an F in the chat, okay? And some of you may be worried about using your personal profile as a way to attract members into your group because you're like, but what about my aunt with the side eye? What about, how many of you guys have a nosy friend, coworker, and you're thinking, what are they going to say? How are they going to judge me today, right? Not to mention all the other days. Let's take a look at April. She expressed the same thing on a call. She's like, Kim, that's my personal profile. I have a lot of friends, family. Don't think it will actually do anything to help my business. Bam, 30 days later, she generated over 50K with her small group of less than 100 people. That's just really 5 clients buying into her program at 9,500. And she owns a call center. So this worked for service-based businesses as well. I said, let's utilize your billboard. I call it your billboard because you can add 5,000 friends online as friends. And when you go and make a post, you engage with their profile, you make a post, they will see you in their feed. They will see you in their feed. No other platform does this right now. So in less than a month, she was so excited. She's like, Kim, look at what happened after I did my launch. I can't wait to see what happens next launch. She bought a brand new BMW and drove it off of the showroom floor. If you have a dream car right now, let me know, what is your dream car? Is it the Tesla truck? Is it, some of you guys are like, it's the Tesla truck, Kim. Is it the Mercedes? Let me know, what is your dream car? And by the way, this training is designed to be fun for you because what I know is that movement equals what? Movement equals what? Magic. And the more movement we have, the more fun this is. You'll be able to go and actually implement. Because if we needed more information, there's a quote, if more information was what we needed, we would all be billionaires with 6-pack abs, right? With that said, you may be looking at my banner, that billboard, that image on my profile, and you're thinking, Kim, did you get that from Target? Did you get that from the Gucci store? Did you pay a graphic designer thousands of bucks for that thing? And I'm going to say, no, it cost me 10 bucks, only 10 bucks. You can go to freelancer.com, write this down, freelancer, create a contest, and have it crowdsourced. So you have a bunch of people submitting their images for you for only $10. I have 46 entries here. I paid $10. I chose the one that I like. And we use this $10 banner for 6 months and generate over 800K in group sales. So you don't have to be all fancy smashy. You don't have to do that. But by now, you know that you're leading a prospect from your profile to the group. But now you're like, Kim, that's all cool. But what's in it? In that group that drives sales, it's cool that I can add 5,000 friends. So I'm basically marketing for free to 5,000 people. Free, not spending any money on ads. But what is in that group that drives sales? Okay. Pay attention. Are you guys with me? Hashtag with me if you're still with me right now. And at this point, I want you guys to take, wherever you're sitting, take a deep breath in. Breathe out slowly through like a straw in your mouth. Take another deep breath in. Breathe out slowly. Rotate your shoulders. Don't hurt yourself now. Rotate it counterclockwise. Rotate it clockwise. Twist to the left. Don't hurt yourself. Twist to the right. Raise your hand up in the air like you just don't care. But you really care. You absolutely care, right? That's why you guys are here today. All right, you guys loosey-goosey, you guys all good? So what are the key components of that group that really matters? Take a screenshot of this. Now, I said, if you don't remember anything from today's training, all you remember is your value post pipeline. You can take that to the bank. With that said, we're going to take a look at each piece, okay? When a prospect enters your group from your profile, before they are approved, they need to be asked a series of questions. You know, do you guys remember that meme of that guy going, can I have your number? Can I have your number? Unless you, of course, you want any Tom, Dick, or Harry dropping random links into your group. Let's take a look at why this matters. Who here has 3 questions set up in your group right now? Give me a 1 in the chat and give me 0 if you're like, not yet, Kim, but I'm gonna do that today. So drop 1 if you do have those 3 questions, drop 0 if you don't. Let's take a look at why this matters. Think of this as your way to qualify, capture a lead, and do market research all at the same time. The most important question is the one asking them if they'd like to receive something of value. This is your ethical bribe. And why are we ethically bribing people for their email address? Because we don't want to be like that guy. We don't want to be like that girl. We don't want to be like that day that's like, can I have your number? Can I have your number? Can I have your number? Without providing something of value. So we're like, can I have your email? Have you guys ever gone to a group and they're just like, if you want to come in, you got to give us your email. Have you ever experienced that? Type 2 in the chat if you've ever experienced that. And you're like, I'm going to nope the F out. By the way, who here wants your group members to become immediate buyers as they're coming in? I'm going to show you something really cool right now, okay? I'm going to drop some golden nuggets right now, all right? So one of the questions you can ask if they have your thing. One of what we asked is we're like, hey, do you currently use GroupConvert? It lets you collect emails and leads from your Facebook group on autopilot. It's used by 8-figure CEO Tanner Chichester and multi-7-figure CEO Troy Dean of WP Elevation. Try it free. Here's the link, groupconvert.com, right? And we had so many people who are like, not yet. Yes, I'm on the trial. I don't know how to use it. Not yet. No. And Eleni happened to be one of those people. Eleni came in. She's from Toronto. She studied at Everest, apparently. And she came in and we automatically sent her a message. Hi, welcome to the group. She's like, thank you. And then after that, we're like, well, do you use GroupConvert? She's like, no, but I'm open. And then we're like, here's a 14-day free trial link. And she's like, I paid. So she could have been on the trial, but she's like, I paid, thank you so much for your solution. So how valuable would it be for you if you can convert sales upon entry? Now take a moment, think of your group, and think as they're coming into your group, what is a tool, what is a thing, what is a low ticket thing that you could ask, do you have this or not? Do you have this or not? And if they say no, and then you give it to them, and then they're like, oh my gosh, thank you. Because everyone coming into this group here, they want to monetize their group. How to monetize their group? They get emails from their group as the first thing. So Elnia is glad that we have that solution. So think about for you, because this training is about you guys. It's about you guys. Think about what is a little valuable piece of thing that you can charge 37 bucks, 10 bucks, 20 bucks for them to be like, okay, let me grab it. And better yet, if it's 10 bucks a month, then you're building your MRR, monthly recurring revenue. And so when I spoke about this method, Troy Dean, he was like, oh, wow, that's really interesting, Kim. Can I try it on like my membership? And I said, how much is your membership? He's like, $1,500. It's a course I have. And I said, yeah. So Troy Dean uses this method to sell his $1,500 course like hotcakes inside of the DMs, using a Loom video with his face and having people say yes in the DMs. How crazy is that, right? Did I just drop you some golden nuggets right now? Give me your favorite emoji in the chat if you're just like, whoa, mind blown. I never thought I would ask them for, and you know, if they have my thing or not. And if they say yes, or if they say no, I can just give them the link and then they just go and they buy, right? All right. Now look, a lot of you are thinking, and by the way, when I say drop your favorite emoji, let's keep this PG, okay? No eggplants, right? Now look, a lot of you are thinking that sending these messages are slimy because sales in general has been giving a bad rap. Sales is the lifeblood of the economy. There's nothing that you have right now that you use, love, and like that hasn't been sold by someone. Just look around on your desk. What's your favorite thing on your desk? Is it your phone? Is it your pen? You're like, Kim, my pen has 4 colors, and I have an amazing pen. It has 3-4 colors, right? I love those pens, by the way. The difference here is that when you're selling the right way, you're persuading someone to take something of value that they want and need versus convincing them to buy something for your own selfish gain. So if you're like, Kim, it feels icky. It feels icky. No, it should not feel that icky because they are thanking you for that tool. They're thanking you for giving them that asset. So when you're selling something to someone in your group, don't think, I have to convert this person. Think, I'm giving them an opportunity to help themselves, right? How many of you guys have a life-changing product right now? How many of you guys feel like your product is the bomb.com, that what you have, the space between your 2 ears, your brain is, holds some secrets? Give me an S in the chat if you're a holder of some amazing secrets that as soon as people know, it's going to change their life, right? So you're thinking, oh, but Kim, are you really telling me I need to message every single person that enters my group? Oh my gosh, Kim, that's a lot of people. No, I'm saying you're leaving a lot of money on the table because people will buy from you all day and night when you have something of value, right? With that said, who here wants some tea? You guys want me to talk about Christopher? I'm going to spill some tea here. You guys want me to spill some tea? Give a tea in the chat if you're like, yeah, Kim, what's going on with Christopher? What happened with Christopher? So Christopher came in to my group, and this is what GroupConvert does. It spits the answer out into a Google Sheet. And the question is, do you currently have GroupConvert, my thing? And he's like, I do, as of a few days ago. Smiley face emoji. Oh my gosh, when people answer with an emoji, you just have a soft spot in your heart for those people, right? So let's take a look at Christopher's journey, because some of you guys are thinking, okay, Kim, I'm selling like $10 things here and there. That's not going to help me because I need them 100. I need to be 100K. Okay, let's take a look at Christopher's journey. Christopher came in. He immediately got his login information. Bam! He jumped on a call, a success call. Same day, 3 days later, he became a high ticket client, paid in full. Okay. How valuable would it be for people who are inside of your group to go and say yes to themselves on a much higher level after they got the small thing? And the time between them entering your group and them saying yes to themselves is as little as 3 days. How valuable would that be for you? Give me a V if it's very, very valuable. All right, so you must drop, just a kind reminder, our VIP session, because learning information, it's amazing, but it's not everything, right? It's in the implementation that's key. So if you want to implement with me, together with me, then drop a VIP in the comments to be invited to a special Zoom room invitation. And just by showing up, you get my plug and play group bot to enable sales upon entry. Okay, it looks like this. It's a bot that will learn from your own documents and can answer and book calls into your world. Okay, with that said, let's talk about the power of the pin post and how it leads to profits. Whoa, I just dropped a tongue twister on you guys right there. Power of the pin post and how it leads to profits. Okay. The first thing your group members do is they're going to be, what is this? What is this behavior? They're going to be scrolling. You guys wake up scrolling. You guys go to sleep scrolling. People will come into your group and go like this. They're scrolling. So inside of your group, we want to have a pin post. It's very powerful. It sets clear expectations and it leads them into a single buying direction. I'm going to say that again. Write this down. If you have a pin post, it sets clear expectations and it leads them into a single buying direction. Write down SBD, single buying direction, because we don't want them to scroll endlessly. By the way, the most important part of this pin post is that it funnels them into your value post pipeline, your VPP. Write this down, VPP, value post pipeline. Remember, when I say something more than once, more than twice, you got to write this down. VPP. We are here, folks. We are here. I said, if you learn nothing else today and all you got was this, you can take this and start implementing it and you will see changes inside of your group almost immediately. The VPP is a strategic push from one post to the other, and it starts with your pinned post. These are posts that influence buying decisions, increase engagement, and create a clear path to purchase. And the best part is, once you set it, you can forget it. Kind of like when you cook with a potluck, right? How many of you guys use what is it called? Potluck? A potluck is the actual event, right? You cook with an air fryer, set it, forget it. Pin post. So this is an example. And I'm going to use my subscribers' example. I'm going to use other people's example because, you know, if it's just all my examples, you're going to be like, Kim, what about other people? So let's take a look at Doug. Doug has a pin post. Doug's group is all about, his group is filled with affiliate links. So he's like, all right, step 1, click here. Step 2, click here. Step 3, click here. All affiliate links. But the cool thing is, in his pin post, it says, hey, continue on the path to freedom. Click here next. So it's not just one post by itself. It's a post that leads to another post. The second post, guess what the second post is about? I call it a community drop post. A community drop post is how likely are your people going to come into your group? Let me know right now in the comments how likely your people will come into your group if they are encouraged to share. But instead of sharing willy-nilly a bunch of things, it's sharing to one post. So your one post gets hundreds of comments because everyone's being pushed to share in that post. With that said, his second post that links to the first post. And if you're like, Kim, how do I link that? Don't worry. In our VIP session, we will go over how to exactly do that. So hashtag VIP if you want to be invited. Otherwise, every single post has these 3 dots on the right hand corner on the top. And you can grab the link to that post by clicking on the dot. Okay, super easy. But if that's super technical for some of you guys, show up to the VIP. I'll show you how to do it. With that said, that doesn't end there. He's like, continue your pathway to freedom. Next post is a training post. So now, after they drop their share, they drop their link into one post, they go to the next one. The next one's like, hey, here's what you can do with ClickFunnels, because he wants to get more subscribers to his ClickFunnels. He has a video and he's like, how to leverage design to make money using ClickFunnels, right? ClickFunnels is a landing page software. So he's like, hey, this is how you can build a website. This is how you can make a funnel. This is how you can make money with funnels. Now, I'm going to ask you, do you guys have a training right now that you can inject into your value post pipeline? Type 1 in the chat if you have or you're going to create a free training video, type 1, and you can upload it into your group. So you can just set it and forget it. It's there. People consume you. They see your face. They see your picture. They see your smiling, happy face. And they're like, oh, wow, that's a handsome gal, right? That's a handsome dude. I'm going to go and watch. All right. So now you can link to another one. And this other one, he's like, here's another training. Here's 2 trainings. All right. How many of you guys type a 2 in the chat? Are you guys still with me? Are you paying attention right now? We're almost making it. We almost made it. All right. So how many of you guys would love for people to be going into your paid membership? Some of you guys have a school platform. Some of you guys, let me know, what does your paid membership platform look like? Is it Kajabi? Give me a K in the chat. Is it school? Give me an S. What is your paid membership? Okay. So now that they experience free, and then they see your training and they're like, wow, this is world-class stuff. I want to see what else is over there. So the last post pushes them into his membership area where he's like, you like all that free stuff? Well, here's my membership, monthly membership that's paid, right? So now I can continue to sing all day long about how great the value post pipeline is, but it's like a song that never ends. It just goes on and on again, my friend, from post to post to post. Did I just trigger some childhood memory for you guys? Or did I just date myself? Do you guys remember that song? This is a song that never ends. Have you guys heard of that song? You're like, I'm Gen Z. I've never heard of that song before in my life. Okay, well, it goes on and on and on again, my friend. I can go and sing this song forever. But if you don't do this, you will have members scrolling endlessly through your group feed, paying more attention to other people's posts, and your message will be something they simply won't hunt for. If you're looking away and you're just hearing my voice, take a look back on your computer, take a look back on your phone, and take a look at this chef kiss of a meme. It's a chef kiss of an image here, not a meme, but an image. Imagine how much money you're losing in content confusion. Look at this kitty. Look at this kitty with this dog. It's freaking cute. All right. Do you see how linking one post to another and creating a clear path to purchase will eliminate a lot of the BS, which is belief systems, and simplify the process of you serving your tribe of buyers? Are you guys starting to see this? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Give me a yes in the chat if yes, and give me a yes if it's another yes. Let's go. Do you see how linking one post to another and creating a clear path to purchase will eliminate a lot of the BS and simplify the process of you serving your tribe of buyers? Now, let's put on our shoes and our pants, and we're going to travel to the Gap store right now. You're like, Kim, but I only shop at the Rolex store. Well, don't worry. We're going to a Gap store today. You're like, what? How is that related? It doesn't. With that said, where is your Gap right now? Does your profile lead to your group? Is that your Gap? You're like, no, I don't have that set up. We're going to now do a self-audit, okay? From a 1 to 10, 1 being absolutely not Kim, 10 being, yeah, I got that locked down. Okay? Does your profile lead to a group? 1 to 10. Are you collecting emails and market research upon entry with your group? Rate yourself 1 to 10. Write this down. Write it down 1 to 10. Do you have a welcome video and a pinned post? If you don't have that, put a comment and put a comment in the chat. What it is you're missing. If it's a welcome video, put a W. If it's a pinned post, put a P. If you're not collecting emails, put C, right? Because as you're watching the replay here, you want to see where your gap's at, because it's kind of like Do you guys remember ever filling up a bucket with water? How many of you guys have filled a bucket with water in your life? You're like, I do it with my hose. Yep, you do it with your hose. And so you pour the water into your bucket. But what if that bucket is full of holes? A bunch of holes. It's just going to leak out. So this is what we're doing with your group. We're plugging in the holes of your bucket so that the more water you pull in, you actually retain the water, right? So you have a welcome video and pinned post, 1 to 10. Rate yourself. Do you have a value post pipeline linking your important posts to a call to action to your paid community? And if you're like, Kim, but what about if I choose between school and Facebook groups, which is more important? I would say, does school have 2 billion active monthly users? Do your other platforms have over 2 billion active monthly users? Where the head person, Zuckerberg, continuously shift the focus towards groups? Where some groups are growing at 30,000 new people organically a month right now? Just the way it's set up? If the answer is no, then, you're in the right place here. You're in the right place, the right time. The last thing I want to go over here today is your group description. One more thing. Uno más. One more thing. Okay? One more thing before we end today, or we end this session. We still have our VIP session. By the way, if you want the plug and play bot that enables sales upon entry, hashtag VIP below in the comments, and we'll send you the special Zoom room invitation. Okay? The last thing I want to go over here today is your group description. Your group description. So let's take a look. It's very important to understand the do's and don'ts of description. How many of you have read the first few lines in someone else's group description and thought, that's not for me? With that said, let's make sure that never happens to you. So in a group description, 99% of the time, it's what's above the fold that matters. You're like, fold? What fold, Kim? Folding my laundry? I have some laundry over here. What fold? The fold on my belly? What fold is it, Kim? Above the fold is people have to click see more to see below a fold. That's what online internet. If you guys know what that already means, give me a 1 in the chat so I know what's the spread here, like how many people are understanding the terminologies I have. And then type 2 if you're like, well, this is the first time I heard above the fold. I thought it's, I fold my laundry. Okay, above the fold, we want them to be curious to click the see more button. What you don't want to do is have big, bulky rules, a bunch of rules for them to obey to join your group. How many of you guys have ever been to a group where they request your information and it's like, oh my gosh, I need to obey all these rules in order to be just in this group? My gosh, right? So this is what you don't want to do because it's going to turn some of your people away. And this is what a good group description looks like. And this is something you can implement today. All right. You guys with me? Hashtag with me if you're still with me. And if you're going, let me know. Let me know if you believe in movement equals magic. Give me an M in the chat, right? Give me an M if you believe movement equals magic. The more you move, the more magic that's going to happen. And give me a 1 in the chat if you're never going to give me anything, even if I ask forever for it. You're never even going to do anything. Give me a 1 in the chat. You're like, I'm not participating, but for that one, I'll put a 1. This is what a good description looks like. You can have them get started at the very beginning and immediately. So this is one of my subscribers. He owns an 8-figure company and he has this link right there. He's like, this is us being legit. How many of you guys have a too legit to quit page filled with testimonials? Give me a T. So that's something that you can link above. The second step is he has a 2K offer right before that. So it's tiered offers for different types of leads. Benefit-driven description, strong calls to action to buy the product or the group. Let's recap the key components of your group profile Hyperloop and why you now know how important it is to scale your sales success. All right. We went over the questions. You can ask 3 questions. You can do market research upon entry. You can ask them if they have your thing. You can ask them for an email with an ethical bribe, not like, what's your number? What's your number, right? Pin post so that they're not lost in content confusion. Value post pipeline, because one post leads to another post, leads to another post. Having tiered description so that your people know that there are different levels to your stuff. They already know as they're coming on in. Imagine how much you could generate in a single month having all of this already set up. There are plenty of Hyperloops that we've built out for our clients over the years. There's organic to digital product Hyperloop. There's paid ads to e-com Hyperloop. There's quiz to print on demand Hyperloop. There's high ticket conversion Hyperloop. By showing up today, I'm doing an extra thing. I'm doing a giveaway. The giveaway is going to be random number generated. You get two random numbers if you bring a friend to today's VIP session. It's completely, absolutely free to attend VIP, #VIP. I'm going to give away this tool. It's called Try Group Flow. Try Group Flow. It lets you scrape leads from not just your group, but also other people's groups ethically. You're not doing anything black hat here, folks. This is something that you can do in order to have your pipeline be filled up with a steady flow of leads. Okay. Most importantly, and #VIP, if you want to be invited to the VIP Zoom room, I'm going to be doing this giveaway. And it's so valuable because then you know how to track your leads. You know all the people inside of a group that you really like. You know how to automatically send them a message because it auto sends messages without your Facebook group being shut down because it acts like humans and not robots. All right. Most importantly, if you don't have this group Hyperloop, what's going to happen to your people? What's going to happen to them? Instead of having this clear path for them, you're going to send them down that red line. What if they don't enroll with you? That's a big question there. What if they don't get help from you? Some of you guys have told me earlier today that you have secrets, that your stuff is the bomb.com, and you can actually solve a lot of people's problems. You can actually change their lives. But what if you set up your group and your community in a way where they're going down that red line and they never enroll with you? I want to ask you, do you see how this is the only formula you need to succeed? The profile led to group sales is not this soulless marketing gimmicky thing. The profile led to group sales is leveraging your group to save you time while you impact more people. How many of you guys are here for the impact as much as the income? Give me an I in the chat. Profile to group sales is the start of infinite possibilities. Income, impact, infinite possibilities. Today, this is the homework for today. In order to stay in this training, in order to benefit from watching the replays, all you need to do is just commit, okay? You can post this commitment statement, take a selfie of yourself with it in the background, and post it into the group. I would love to see your faces, your beautiful smiles. Let me know what it is that you value. Why are you building this community for yourself? Who are you doing it for? You could take a picture with your dog. You're like, I'm doing it for my dog, right? You could take a picture with your family. You could take a picture selfie. I would love to see your faces inside of this group. So I commit to building out my group profile funnel and taking the first step in earning a life-changing income with my group. #commit. If we do not commit, nothing that I'm going to show you, nothing that I will say will be able to have you fully be all in, play all in, full out if we don't commit. If you are all in, playing all in, full out, and you're an all in person, #all in, just like me, you're like, I don't mess around, Kim. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do all the way, right? Sometimes, right? Not all the time, sometimes. You're like, I'm not going to go all in, jumping into a freezing pool on a cold December night, right? Okay. You must drop a VIP in the comment to be invited to a special Zoom room, free implementation session. Just by showing up, you get my plug and play group bot. Everyone gets that. And then one lucky winner will be able to walk away with Try Group Flow, which lets you scrape leads from your group and send automated messages with templates already in there. And something super exciting is reporting back to Basecamp. I would love to see what is the thing that you take away the most from the training itself. So if you go to groupconvert.com/Basecamp and you drop in your latest aha moment insight below, I'd love to be able to read that. And you can go and remember everything that happened. Do it right after this, groupconvert.com/Basecamp, okay? Get excited about tomorrow because I'm going to show you how to create irresistible offers that leave your members feeling silly for not buying. I'm also going to show you examples of a few different winning offers you can use again and again without seeming spammy. It's the exact offer principles I've used to generate over 4 million in online sales. The other day, I asked you to do the mission post. Make sure that you post that. What are you on a mission to do? And if you have a training post, be sure you post your training posts. Now, for extra points in order to win the leaderboards, where is your gap today? Remember, we're putting on our pants, we're putting on our shoes, and we're going to go and shop at the Gap store today. If you're like, Kim, I haven't been to the Gap store since I was 2 years old. Well, it's time to revisit your childhood. What is the gap for you here? To qualify for the scholarship, in order for you to qualify for the scholarship, all you need to do is do the first piece of the homework here. The gap can be the phone number. You're not sending any SMS. You're not sending any emails. You're not having a welcome post. I want you to draw out your customer journey, okay? You can draw it on a napkin, or you can draw it on a Lucid chart. Draw out your entire customer journey from the moment they enter into your world. Where are they going? What are they clicking? Number 3, how will you move the free line? Is there a free course? Is there a video that you shot? How will you move them from free to free to free to paid? What's your market validation strategy? Are you doing the ask method? Are you asking them? Are you going and asking your people? Number 5, share your profile funnel. Drop a link to your profile and give a description of your offer. Number 6, what are the benefits of your program, and are you accepting people into your group with 3 questions? What are the 3 questions? And number 7, when people enter your group, how are you welcoming them? How are you welcoming them? If you have any questions, be sure to drop them inside of the group. My team and I are here for you throughout the challenge. The training for today is over. Give yourself a pat on the back. Let's go. Give yourself a pat on the back. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself, though. But give yourself a pat on the back. I will see you guys in the special VIP implementation room. It's completely free for you. If you want more time to watch the replays and you want to get recordings to the replay because you can't make it, then #upgrade and just upgrade to the VIP. Today, it's only $47. That's it. One time. And you can go and upgrade. All right. You also get priority hot seat Q&A if you do upgrade. So tons of goodies. With that said, I am super excited for you. Go ahead and start implementing what you learned here today. If anything, the value post pipeline, you can bring that to the bank. And if you are watching the replay, I will see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your morning, noon, or night. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.